but when I think about you loving somebody other than me, it hurts. It hurts so much I can hardly stand it. Emmy. Emmeline's shoulders shake, though her eyes are devoid of tears. Maybe crying is a luxury not afforded by two ghosts. I'm sure she would be weeping if she could. She looks so fragile, like a single push might shatter every single bone in her body. Is that why she avoided Cornelia, though she desperately wanted to see how she was? Was it because she was afraid? But she can't run away now, not anymore. Cornelia takes a step forward and slow and stumbling in her unfamiliar body. When she reaches Emmeline, she links their arm and squeezes it gently. Emmeline giggles, wiping stray tears that never even had a chance to fall from the corners of her eyes. Well, this is certainly new. I would never have been so bold in the past, Nellie. Perhaps not, but I have grown up. I lived a long life. 73 years. Or 73 years, was it? A nod. 73 years. It was an awfully long to remain upset with a skinny young girl who snuck kisses from you in the summer, is it not? Indeed, it's awfully a long time, and yet despite that, I was never able to forget you. It'd be impossible even if I wanted to. Cornelia? Cornelia's bows her head, perhaps in an attempt to hide her threatening blush, but it does no good. She always used to blush around Emmeline. That hasn't changed. I got married when I was 18. It was a match my mother arranged. It was always so officious, so organized, so practical. Oh my gosh, she looks so much older. I wonder why your father did not ask her advice. During the stock market crash, she could have helped. I think he would have been too embarrassed. It was all grandmother's patient's fault. She was not a particularly nice woman by all accounts. That is really sad. It could have been avoided so easily. That is what I think too. Such thoughts do not do us much good now, though. No, I suppose they do not. So what about you, BU? Emmeline attempts to smile, though it looks forced, slightly stained at the edges. Was he a good looker, Cornelia? Did he sweep you off your feet, just like a prince in a fairy tale? Of course not. He was a match my mother chose for me. Do you think she would pair her dear daughter with a feckless sot? So he was sensible? Was he? Yes, very sensible. He was twice my age, and he was already starting to lose his hair. But he was rich, and had land, and could afford to look after me. To my mother, that was the most important thing. And not your happiness? According to my mother, money is the root of all happiness. I would like to disagree, but Emmeline looked down at herself and smiling sadly. Given money can be blamed for the sorry state of affairs my family found themselves in, perhaps there is a germ of truth to that. Perhaps I was happy with him in a sense. You loved him? No, I did not love him. He was too old. We were too dissimilar. We did not have a single thing in common. Fortunately, he was not unkind. That is more than can be said for some men, I suppose. I'm sorry, Cornelia. You don't need to worry. You do not be sorry. I may have not been unhappy, but I may not have been happy, but I was not unhappy. My life was rather uncomfortable, all things considered. But you did not forget about me. No, I did not. I could not. You really did mean the world to me back then, Emmy, and I loved you with all my heart. Only back then? Well, even now I still care for you. I never stopped caring, I just had to stop remembering. Oh, Cornelia, if my heart had not been stopped, I'm sure it would have skipped a beat. And my own heart is pounding rather uncomfortably, though it does not truly belong to me. I hope not causing this young girl any undue strain. You always did worry too much, Nellie. You used to be too scared. You used to be so scared that your mother would find out about us. You still let me kiss you, though. Yes, I was scared, but I'm glad for the time we spent. I had known it would be cut short, but I would have confessed to you sooner. Say, Cornelia. Yes, what is it? I'm afraid I must ask, for curiosity compels me to do so. Was I a better kisser than your husband? It's fine if you cannot answer. It was quite some time since we last kissed one another. Perhaps you need to refresh your memory. I do not think I would be entirely averse to that. Well then, shall we? My heart pounds, or is it Cornelia's? Perhaps it belongs to both of us. Whoa! Though she has been dead some 150 years, Emmeline's lips are soft, warm, sweet, and gentle, filled with deep sense of yearning. I wonder how long Emmeline has wanted to kiss Cornelia, how long she has been sleeping in this graveyard, dreaming unfulfilled dreams of a long time by, when she was young and happy and very much alive. Maybe she thought her dream would never come true. That's why she consigned herself to dreaming and did not awake from her sleeping stupor, a ghostly girl isolated from the rest of the world. But now she has finally managed to make her dream come true. Is better any reason for her to haunt this graveyard further? Surely all of her regrets have been wiped away. Like a spring sunshine melting the winter snow. She may never understand her dad's motivations for committing such a terrible crime. But I doubt that was the real regret that kept her body tied to this earth. Instead, it was Cornelia. For Emmeline, it was always Cornelia. Emmy, you will come back with me this time, won't you? I have been lonely without you. What a thought. What? I thought you would have been enjoying the peace and quiet. You always did say I was a nuisance. You may have bothered me, but I did not mind the attention, though I enjoyed the calm. It can be rather dull at times. Then I must go with you, without delay. I would never want you to feel like you had been abandoned. It would be far too sad. Yes, I'll be waiting. I will have encroached upon this girl's body for far too long, and I should give it back. It would be a proper thing to do. You always did care about the proper thing, Nellie. Evidently, not enough. Not when it comes to you, but it will be so surprised when she learns. I look forward to seeing the expression on her face. I don't think I've seen Beatrice Linton surprised by anything before in my life. Well, yes, well, let's see how it goes, shall we? I like that more than anything in the world. Cornelia smiles, takes Emmeline's hand in her own and squeezes it. I will see you on the other side, Emmy. Please do not tarry. It has been already far too long. I look that I feel myself gradually regaining control of my body. My fingertips twitch, my eyelids blink, and I inhale cool autumnal air, almost greedily, like drowning maiden resurfacing from the inky black water. My body belongs to me again and only me. My identity once subsumed among Cornelia's ego, like a moon orbiting the earth, has finally been restored. I never realized it until now, but I really do have an identity of my own. I might be quiet and I might be shy, but my classmates might call me weird. That doesn't invalidate me as a person. Neither does the fact that Amelia Miller took my name, nor the fact that my dad left me when I was still in embryo in my mom's womb. None of that matters, it's all irrelevant. It doesn't change the fact that I exist. I am alive. I am proud. I am the product of all my ancestors before me. A whole string of successive relatives with their own stories to tell. I have a story of my own. How could I throw my identity away? It may not fit me perfectly, but it's only one I have. If I don't like it, all I need to do is create another. I have that power. Why did I never realize it before, until it was wrested away from me by my restless memory of a girl long since dead? The old saying must be true, you never realize what you have until you lose it. Veridity. Thank you for helping me, you have no idea how much it means to me. I'm really glad I met you, though I was never able to learn your name. My name is it a name that belongs to me? I straighten my back and inhale a lungful of air and declare, my name is Toma Andrews. It's a pleasure to meet you, Emmeline. Toma, what a cute name. Cute? The only other person who says that is Hattie. Everyone else thinks it's weird. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. Ellie will get jealous. I think it's perfectly charming, though. Why did you not wish to share it with me? I'm not entirely sure. I was embarrassed. Embarrassed by your name? That's right. I think I've realized something. I don't want to be embarrassed anymore. Well, maybe I was able to teach you something too. That was another one of my dreams. Your dreams? Yes. I did so love English literature, and I enjoyed being a tutor. That might have been somewhat difficult, given the period I lived in, but sometimes are starting to change. Emmeline looked down at my school skirt, and I feel myself flushing. Why is my skirt such a point of public interest? It isn't that short, is it? If Emmeline and Cornelia are scandalized by my skirt, they should have seen Emily Hargreaves's. That would knock them unconscious. Bruh, this is so freaking funny and good. The references of the different periodic times. Insane. My voice is going hoarse. I hope you have a pleasant life, dear Toma. When time comes, you will have to tell me all about it. Don't worry, I will go on all kinds of adventures and get some stories, real stories to share with you. I can't wait. It seems like the next century is going to be very interesting indeed. And with that cheerful giggle, Emmeline's body begins to disappear from this world. I watch as she fades away until she becomes nothing more than a memory. I pinch my arm, it hurts. I guess this wasn't a dream after all. I really did meet a ghost girl called Emily Burns, and I really did meet my long-lost ancestor, Cornelia Linton. My mom would be so jealous. A silly smile rises to my lips. Despite myself, I can't help but giggle. I don't know if my body has ever felt this light. I need to keep going forward, no matter what happens. I should try to be more like Emmeline, who didn't give up on her dreams after she died. I could use some willpower like that. It's probably because of that strength that Cornelia fell in love with her. Who couldn't? Despite her sad story, Emmeline Burns really is beautiful. I hope that I, Toma Andrews, a recovering victim of identity theft, can someday be as beautiful as her. Gosh, bro. Oh, looks like I clicked on something. That was so fucking good, actually. Fucking amazing, bro. What the fuck? Wait, after story? It's really coming down fast. What the fuck are they all? Okay. The sky overhead is steely slate grey, completely overcast with clouds, and the rain falls down in an endless stream, beating mercilessly against the ground. This is just great. The curls are going to fall out of my hair. At least we were able to get our shopping done before it started. I suppose so. It's so dreary though. Hattie's frowned, fiddling with one of her curls with the tip of her index finger. She must have spent a long time with those curls this morning. Hattie's something of a perfectionist, so she spent a long time on everything. Her handwriting is incredibly neat, an elegant flowing script that would look at a place in the 18th century manuscript, but it takes her small entirety to do all her schoolwork. Sadly, the dampness in her atmosphere has taken a toll on her curls, and they no longer look as curly as they did a few moments ago. Hattie's hair has been deflating slowly, though the day, but this sudden downpour must have been the last straw. It's alright, Hattie, I paused, shifting the plastic bench. Is cold beneath the exposed backs of my thighs, and through the thin fabric in my socks I shiver. Maybe I should have worn something more season appropriate, but I didn't think I was going to rain this much. I didn't even bring an umbrella. I know it was foggy this morning, but it's been foggy ever since morning these last 2 weeks. It didn't rain then. I guess I was just unlucky. I still think it looks nice. Get out. That's right, you're very pretty, you know. Oh. Hattie blinks. She looks a little perplexed, but only for a few moments. Where's this coming from? Do you feel guilty about the money? Oh no, it isn't really that, really. Well, I wonder. You don't need to feel indebted. I told you enough times. Only £5. You could pay me back whenever. You keep quiet about it until I forget. Whatever works for you. I'll never do that. That's wrong. I'll pay you back no matter what. Even if I have to sell off one of my kidneys. Oh my goodness. You go that far? If I could find anybody willing to make an offer. Haha, you're so devoted, like a puppy. This is why I don't mind letting you money. I trust you. Thank you. No, thank you. I didn't do anything to be thanked for, though. My mother always... Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. It should be the only one. I wish everybody was pure as you, Toma. Hattie's always lending me money. Her parents are a good deal richer than mine. I think she feels kind of guilty about it. I appreciate it, but I wasn't talking about the money earlier. I wanted to pay her a genuine compliment because it's how I generally feel. I find it hard to express myself sometimes though. I've been friends with Hattie since we were both in primary school, but I'm still bad at expressing myself around her. Maybe that's because this last year or so, I've begun to regard her as something more than just a friend. Whoa, romantic interest as well? I wonder if it was inevitable. I mean, she's the only real friend I have. We always sit together in lunch, and we group together in PE. We've always had sleepovers at each other's house. Since I see her so much, I might be a natural that I started to like her like that. There isn't anybody else for me to get attached to. I'm too shy to talk to other people. I don't have many choices. I know some of the girls in my class have crushes on celebrities, actors, singers, sports stars, and I don't really understand that. How can you like someone you never even met? You don't even know anything about them. Hattie's personality, of my age, I feel particularly close to. There must have been more to my feelings than I thought though. Hattie's pretty, she's kind, she makes me laugh. She likes romance stories and reads Jane Eyre about 4 times. She loves Kinshie's places like those old-fashioned photography parlors where you can wear ruffled dresses and act like Victorian ladies. She does think it's weird that I like spending time in graveyards. Maybe that's because our interests are similarly old-fashioned in a slightly different way. When Hattie learned I cut school last Friday because I was loitering in the cemetery, she just nodded her head and said, "That sounds like you, Toma." Hattie understands me. At least, I'd like to think she does. I hope I can understand her too, just a little bit. I wonder if that's what love is, understanding somebody else. That might be why I found it so hard to love myself. I had no idea who I was, only vague hopes about who I wanted to be. But that's in the past now, at least I hope it is. You know, you've been acting a little off lately, Toma. Off? Hattie nods. Like, not in a bad way, just a bit different, that's all. Do you really think so? Yeah. I mean, you actually skipped school for one thing. I would never expect it of a model student like you. My mother didn't expect it either. She was kind of mad about it. I don't really know why I did it. I felt compelled. Like you heard some divine voice telling you to ditch school? No, not like that. It's more like I had a feeling. I'm not a psychic or anything. Or am I? I could have a mystical powers of some sort, even I was able to see and speak to a real ghost. I'm not sure. I feel like you become a bit bolder too. Bold? There's no way. I get anxious when I have to order food at McDonald's. McDonald's? My hands start to shake and my voice goes all croaky. Do you think the cashier cared that much that you wanted an apple pie? I don't think he cared about me at all. It didn't make any difference. It's not logical. People rarely are shy. Shy people doubly so. I know this is too well. Having been all shy in my life. You still manage to order for yourself though. You usually ask me. Well, I thought I shouldn't rely on you all the time. I mean, you did lend me the money to buy those boots. I gave you a favor. It hardly broke the bank. And that's another thing. You wanted those boots for months. You never bought them. Why the sudden change of heart? I don't know. I thought if I want to do something, I should do it. Life's too short to waste it. Wanting to do things, but being too worried. You never know when it might end, just like Emmeline did, so unexpectedly. I did think something I learned after meeting her. I was living my life like a shadow, always hiding myself away in corners, trying to draw as little as attention to myself as possible. That's not how I want to live though. It's not how Emmeline lived, even though she existed in a period where women were expected to shut up and behave. I need to try to be stronger, rather than wishing I was somebody else, but being too shy and scared to resign. To even try to change, I want to make an effort. What an iconic woman. Oh, she still has the freaking dark scarring. I feel bad. I try to recall Emmeline now, her soft curls, her softer lips, and purple bruises that stood out starkly against her pale skin. But these attributes feel like little more than a list. They're not the real me. They're not real to me anymore, as they once were, because I can't see them. I may never see them again. Not now she's passed on to the other side, wherever that may be. You think seeing a ghost than being possessed by her departed lover would leave more of a lasting impression, but I guess not. Life continues to go on. Even Emmeline and Cornelia, whose lives have ended, moved on. I need to keep on going too. I haven't told anybody about what I saw. Who would believe me? They don't think I was delusional. I'm half tempted to believe I saw what I must saw. Might be delusional too, but if not for the memories, I still linger ghost-like at the back of my brain. The large lake at the Linton's estate. The taste of the raspberry lemonade in the long, luxurious summers. Fingers against my skin, running through my hair, tracing patterns against my collarbone. The sensation lips against my own, they were not mine. They were Cornelia's, and these are her memories. I have no business clinging onto them like this. But I can't help myself. When she possessed me, our beings merged. I hold within me all what she did, in duplicate, sepia, tinted, yes, but still, they are nevertheless. These borrowed memories are already starting to slip away piece by piece, dispersing into my dreams whenever I close my eyes at night. But they are not gone yet. If I close my eyes and I wrinkle my brow and concentrate as hard as I can bring these images to the forefront of my mind once more.